Hi, I'm Chantel, and I'm talking about my experience in an interracial relationship. But first, I want to honor the great John Lewis, who is my congressman here in Atlanta. And I just want to start off with this quote. "We are all one people with one family. We all live in the same house. And through books, through information, we must find a way to say to people that we must lay down the burden of hate. For hate is too heavy a burden to bear." We're going to miss you, John Lewis. And so if it wasn't for people like John Lewis and obviously the Lovings, my husband and I would not be married today. And so my experience, if I had some advice to give, if you're in an interracial relationship or you're thinking about being in one, is I don't want you to worry about having to educate someone. You know, it's sort of like if you went to France and you were dating a Frenchman, you would be okay with that person showing you the way. That you might feel like if the guy that you're dating said, "Hey, you know what? You just figure it out yourself. I shouldn't have to tell you about these things." And the fact is, even women have to educate men about women. And so don't worry if you have to tell your partner what it's like to be an African American or a Mexican American or Asian American, whatever that may be. It's okay. In fact, it can be actually quite exciting to be able to talk and that person really is listening. And so I want you to also realize that a lot of people will not wish you well. A lot of people will not understand it, and that's okay. You don't have to bear that burden. That's one thing that you don't have to convince somebody about, like who you love or who you're interested in. That's really for you. And so if they want to understand, then by all means talk to them, but it's no different than any other person that you might be interested in. And then lastly, I want you to think about being curious and always making sure that you're open. And by that, I mean talking about the issues. There will be things, if you're a Muslim and you're trying to help your Christian fiance understand, talk about some of the issues that are happening today and be curious, listen, and remember that it's okay if your partner feels and thinks differently from you. Sometimes we've been stuck in one way of viewing the world that we don't know that there's another way to think or to behave. And so be curious, guys. It's really exciting to be in a relationship with someone who is not like yourself. I'm Chantel Cohen, and I hope you become one again.